2 games, 13 goals. Not bad, guys. We had 6 different players scoring this game today, so we'll talk about it. I had the most frustrating experience trying to watch this game, guys, and it kept kicking out. The stream that I was on, it just kept kicking out, no matter what I did. I had no luck with this. So the momentum for me watching this game really sucked, you know. But look, they maybe it had something to do with the 5 o'clock thing. I don't know. I was just so frustrated. But you know what, guys? The next time I got some cash flow going on again, I've got to seriously just, you know, get the hockey package. The Sabres are going to be so much better very soon, and I want to be watching these games with no headaches, you know. So anyway, that being said, I vented. I'm frustrated, but I'm happy. Look, just so you guys know, this is the second game in a row we've had 13 different players get points in a game. We had 13 players the game before. The game before we had 4 players at multiple points. This game we had 5. So take that for what it is. And we weren't dominating, as you've seen in the first period in shots. But Levi looked good. And, you know, if I'm going to look at anything that surprised me, there is nothing. I thought they would win like this, and they did. So, you know, they're pretty much going with their team that we're going to ice most of it. I mean, but I'll tell you this, Kubel line, or you call it whatever line you want. I mean, my goodness, you know. So let's look at the numbers. We'll talk a bit about this, guys. There's something that stood out, and I'm not sure most of you caught this, but I clipped it out. I want to show you. Okay, let's look at the numbers. We'll talk about it. Here we go. Sabres in the end wind up with the more shots on goal with 29-26. Again, looking good on the faceoffs, 55% to 45. Sabres 1 for 4 in the power play. The Jackets 0 for 2. Sabres had 23 hits in the game. The Jackets had 16. We had 11 blocks, they had 14. We had 17 giveaways, they had 15. We had 5 takeaways, they had 4 shots on goal per period. 13-4 Jackets in the first, 11 apiece in the second, and all Sabres in the third with a 14-2 dominant there. 29-26 total scoring. Owen Power opens it up on that power play from Peterka and Quinn at 5:35, 1-0 Sabres. Then Olivier unassisted, ties it at 1. We come out of that first period 1-1, I would say because of Devin Levi, folks. And then we go into the second. Zach Benson with a really nice wrister. You know, and I'll talk about this in a sec because it pretty much relates to all their goals. Benson from Yoki Haru and Quinn at 5:15 makes it 2-1. And Krebs, taking advantage of playing some top-line minutes, scores his first of the preseason from Thompson and Gilbert at 10:40. And then we go to the third, with the Sabres up 3-1. And again, they run away with it. The Sabres make it 4-1. Dylan Cousins from Benson and Byram at 2:34. Samuelson from Peterka and Krebs makes it 5-1. Game over pretty much at this point at 5:23. And at the 7-minute mark, again, Kubel and Lafferty click, and Byram gets in on this one at the 7-minute mark, 6-1 Sabres final. So the Sabres run away with another one. What can I say, guys? Get used to it. Get used to it. They're going to start winning this year. I don't know how much, and I don't know, but I can tell you that this team is going to be far more competitive. Rosie, get down, please. Down. Yes, she's in here again. And they're going to be far more competitive this year. Let me get her, because she's going to drive me nuts. Guys, there she is. There she is. The one and only in person. There she goes. They are definitely going to be more competitive this year. I think we already know that just by watching these games, but I'm going to show you something that I clipped out. I want to show you in a sec because it really is, for me, stands out. How they're going to start setting the tones of games and stuff during the season. But again, 13 players with points in this game. Back-to-back games with 13 players with points. I mean, We won the last game by 4. We won this one by 5. This game, all our goals, even strength. Except the first one, sorry, by power. But, guys, I want to show you a clip, okay? Okay, here's the opening of the game. Check it out. Face-off. Sillinger wins the face-off against McLeod, okay? Sabres takeaway 5 seconds later. 13 seconds after that, a giveaway. We force a giveaway by the Jackets. And then take a look, guys. Sabres hit. Zucker, Lafferty, Gilbert, Lafferty. That's all in the first minute of play of this game. 4 hits. 1 takeaway. We force a giveaway, all in the first minute after losing the faceoff. Things are different. When you're playing a physical brand of hockey, these are the things that will happen. The Sabres have to really take these kind of statistics serious, I believe. It's like this is proof. If I'm Lindy, I'm sitting there and I'm pointing this out to the team tonight. This is what I'd be doing. 4 hits right away, sets the tone. Sabres still wind up scoring early. We're not getting a ton of shots in the first period, but we are establishing a tempo. That there's going to be a physical presence of our team in this game. That, yeah, it's preseason, but yeah, we're still coming here to play. So you guys take that for what it is in any way you want. But for me, it's important when I see numbers like this, certain key statistics, It's like, so I wanted to look, and I said, what happened right at the beginning? And then I looked, I said, okay. I already like these guys that we've acquired, folks. It didn't take me long to really fall in love with these guys, man. I mean, I love what I'm seeing. I do.
Filled with murderous rage.
They are here to play. They are not just here to get a paycheck, it feels like. They're here to play, these guys, okay? So I think there's going to be some games this year where the Sabres are not going to be, they're going to be booed in like opposing buildings and stuff, which this is what we want. This is what we want. So, Sabres win this one pretty easy going away. When it was all said and done, I mean, the Jackets, I guess you could say, kept it as close as they could, contained the Sabres as long as they could, and then the Sabres in the third just dominated and took over, And we're going to have games like that this year, guys. There's going to be games where we don't come out very hard. I shouldn't say hard, but fast with a ton of shots. And there's going to be games like that where just they're ready, the opponents, because they've been watching the tapes and they're saying, oh, no. These guys are going to try and bombard us early. We got to be ready for that, And then we weather that storm and we come at them and we come at them and we come at them. This is what I'm hoping for this year, guys, is a relentless hockey team. I'm not looking to be 60 wins, 8 losses, and 12 ties like the 77 Habs. I'm not thinking this in my head, but what I am looking for is a constant threat on the ice that if they're not scoring, then they're going to hit you. And if they're not going to hit you, then they're going to make you look stupid on a play. Something. Always just a constant something's possible when this team is on the ice. We almost had that a few years back. If that team would have been more physical, 2 years ago, we would have made the playoffs easily. Easily. You can't be the worst hitting team in hockey and make the playoffs. I said it then and I'll say it now. We're not going to be. But let's keep an eye this year on the worst team. Although I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because Colorado was proof of I'm wrong about that. Colorado was terrible physically before they won that Stanley Cup. Colorado for years was pathetic. When it come to hitting, pathetic, literally. And then their fans are wondering why they weren't winning a Stanley Cup. Well, they didn't hit for shit. But once the Avs got mean, that playoff run, I knew it. I knew they were winning the Cup. I just knew it. They're throwing 40 hits a game. They're winning the Cup. To me, it was that simple. It was proof that they're ready. They've come of age. They're here. They're ready to do it all now. When they're playing this aggressive, And I want to see the Sabres. Sabres, unfortunately, guys, can't take that route. We're not one of those franchises where, we can kind of say, well, we can worry about the hitting later. No. We have to address these issues. The Sabres, nothing is going to come easy for us. That is, if there's anything obvious as a Sabres fan, is that nothing will come easy for us, or we would have got Connor McDavid in that lottery. Nothing comes easy for this franchise. And not only did we not get Connor McDavid, it cost us a 10-year drought since then, practically, right? 2015, it's been like a drought since that when they flipped the card and it was Edmonton. We still haven't survived from that. So times are changing though. Times are changing fast. The Sabres are looking good. The boys are looking good. I know it's preseason. I get it. But you can feel there's a difference about them. Even before the preseason, I think we all knew it feels different. These guys, they're going to be they're going to fight hard for every inch they can get this year. And that's all we can ask. And if they do that, and they make the playoffs, and they go as humanly far as possible with the talent that we have at the level it's at the age they're at the development they're at this very moment, all of us will be happy and proud of them, no matter what. Even if we're heartbroken, however, because I guarantee, okay, I want to put this out ahead of time, it will be a heartbreaking end this year when it ends. Let's be prepared for that. It will be a heartbreaking end, or it will be the most incredible hockey story in NHL history. One or the other. I'm leaning towards the first one because I know I've been the fan too long. I do believe they're going to win the Stanley Cup. I just think it's premature to think this year. But again, you know what? There's so many things that can happen come playoff time. So let's just get in healthy this year, and this will be fun, guys. We'll be having a lot of fun this year, I think. And if the Sabres somehow, some way, don't get in, I think there's going to be a mass cult movement in Buffalo because they got to do something this year. I think they know it. They've known the last few years, but they just haven't had the right direction, I believe, the right guidance to Lindy. Lindy's not going to let them off the hook with things. He's not going to pretend it's okay that they take liberties on our players. If somebody slashes a Tage, you're going to see 4 guys coming at you. They're going to come right at you. This ain't going to be no Bush Sabres team this year, I'll tell you. No, screw the NHL this year. The hell with all of them. We are going to come at any teams that take liberties on our players this year. Be aware of that. Or our goalies. So I don't want to start getting in a rant because I'm in that frame of mind. I'm frustrated as a fan. There's been a lot of years this has been building up. But at the same time, I'm so excited to have this young hockey team though. We've got this good, exciting young hockey team, guys. And we just got to lock some more of these guys in as we go along in the next few years. We're a few more seasons away of lock-ins, of maybe having clinching a Stanley Cup eventually with what we have already. So we've got to lock these guys in. And this is why, don't be too disappointed if we sit on the 8 million, 9 million, 7 million, whatever cap space we have by the end of the year. Don't be disappointed, really, because we've got to lock these guys in. We can't just let guys go because we want to go and get John Tavares and lock him in, let's say, like Toronto did. That messed up their rebuild. That completely messed up their rebuild. They won't admit it, but it did, okay? And I've seen other teams do the same mistake. I don't want to go and sign some outsider to more money than our key pieces make. That makes no sense. Just because he's a big name. It makes 0 sense. No. If anything, that breeds resentment in the dressing room. No. Money can cause a lot of damage, folks, in this life also. So I want to make sure I put that out there because I want to see this team stay, unite together, grow together, win together. And to do that, we can't be going and every offseason getting an $8 million guy, and then he takes a roster spot of some guy who thought he working his ass off to make the team eventually, and excited about making this team, and now the odds of him making a team are even worse. No. The best thing Adams has done is not rush this rebuild. step at a time, step at a time, step at a time. And look at us now. Like all of a sudden now we look preseason, but we look like a team so far. All right, guys, I am going to leave it there. No, you don't. No. Whoop. Oh my God, this dog. Guys, oh, there she is. You'd be a good doggy. He's a good dog. He's a good dog? Are you shy? She's shy, guys. Are you shy? Is this a shy girl? He's a good dog? He's a good doggy. Okay. All right, I'm going to take her out, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I'll leave it there. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I'd love to talk about because I'm excited when they're winning, you know, and it finally feels like, you know, our long wait might just be over and we might be having a real fun season. I hope so. I hope the Sabres start like 17-5. Oh my God. Oh, gee, I'm anxious, guys. I'm leaving it there because I'm getting carried away. Done. See you guys soon. Boys win again. We can't ask for more than that. Have a good night, guys.